Have you given consideration? I read somewhere that you said if I fell behind badly, I'd get out. Are you thinking about when you would get out of this race?
Not even a thought. Not even 1% of a thought. I'm not going anywhere. I'm leading every poll, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna make our country great again. That's what I'm not getting out. I'm gonna win. Okay.
And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. You know him. I know you love him. That was, of course, Donald Trump on CNN's New Day this morning, trying his best to convince Chris Cuomo that he has no plans to drop out of the 2016 presidential race. That is, he has no plans to drop out unless he starts doing really badly in the polls, which so far he is not. Stuart Stevens, one of former presidential candidate Mitt Romney's top strategists, he thinks that day is coming. He told CNN's Jake Tapper that Trump will not be on the ballot by February 1st of next year. Of course, Donald Trump fired back on Twitter saying political strategist Stuart Stevens, who led Romney down the tubes in what should have been an easy victory, has terrible political instincts. I actually agree with him on that one. So Trump says he's in it to win it. But come on, just between us, right? How long do you think he has to stay in the race, Joe?
What if I could go back to Chris Cuomo quickly, and I've been on that show several times before. That was a patently stupid question.
Well, not really, because remember, Trump did just say a few days ago that if he really started to fall in the polls, that he would get out.
Right. Where is he now in the polls?
He hasn't fallen that much in the polls. In fact,
Well,
he
he's
really
fallen behind
hasn't.
Ben Carson.
So
yes.
In one poll,
In one poll.
in
Not
real
exactly
clear
a major collapse.
Real clear politics. He has a clear lead right now.
Right.
So the hypothetical question asked by Chris was, Donald, if you fall badly in the polls, will you drop out? Well, that's like 6 steps from now, right? So, well, yeah, of course
And
you
I don't
drop
think-
out
did
when
he-
you fall
did-
badly
did
in the
he
polls.
actually say if you fall badly? I don't know if I even
Yeah, he
heard
goes,
him say
well,
that.
he goes, you said that if you fall badly in the polls that you'll drop out. Yeah, anybody drops out when they fall badly in the polls. So what the kind of question was that? It was dumb, Ricky.
What do you think, guys?
Well, I think that, honestly, I mean, if you're one of the conservative candidates in the field and you want to attack the establishment, but you don't want to have to do it directly, you want Donald Trump to stay in the field. So Donald Trump going out and attacking Marco Rubio, for example, serves to the benefit
Wait, I got to
of...
interrupt you. If you're one of the conservatives, you want Donald Trump to stay in?
Yeah, because
Really?
he will be able to punch someone like a Marco Rubio, let's say, where a Ted Cruz couldn't. So you see how he serves to the benefit of some of the other candidates.
Of the unknowns.
Of the
and
unknowns.
unwanteds.
Yes, correct.
It's not going to help them. You
Who's
think
it
that
unknown?
Donald Trump is going to help the governor of Louisiana?
Ted Cruz certainly thinks that he's
Well,
going to help him.
actually, Ted Cruz thinks that he's going to help him. Why? Because he thinks also that Trump will be out by February 1st.
he thinks that he's going to get
and
those
he's going to
voters.
inherit
He's
the
gonna
voters.
But in the meantime, Ted Cruz doesn't want to be seen as attacking a colleague of his in the Senate, Marco Rubio. So, you
Ted
keep
Cruz,
it at arm's
I have
length.
to disagree with you slightly right there, because Ted Cruz has gone specifically after the leadership and after McConnell in
Yeah, he
very
attacks everybody in
specific
the
ways.
Senate.
So
But
I
he's
don't-
not
I don't
running
think
against
it's a
them.
problem.
He is running against Rubio, and he hasn't really attacked him pointedly to date.
Yeah, his performance in the debates has been a bit underwhelming. Not from the Ted Cruz that we see on the Senate.
Well, let's look at where Trump currently stands. His staying power has become an issue, as the enormous lead he once held is now becoming increasingly smaller as some other candidates, inch closer and closer to the top. Let's look at the NBC WSJ poll. According to that poll, Trump's lead in New Hampshire is now down to 5 points after leading by as much as 22 points back in September. What's more, he holds only a 5-point edge in Iowa as well, after once holding a significantly larger share of the polls just weeks ago. And when GOP primary voters were asked for their top pick for the GOP nomination, Trump does win, but he only beats Dr. Ben Carson by just 1 point. Still in the lead, but with numbers that appear to be hardening. Meanwhile, Dr. Carson is getting much stronger support, as 69% of those polled say they would consider voting for Carson, while only 47% would consider voting for Trump. So Trump remains the GOP's top pick barely. But more people now say they'd be willing to give their vote to Ben Carson, even if he is not yet their first choice. Joe, what gives?
One is civilized and one acts like a mature human being. And one...
Which is which?
I mean, today, after Trump's interview with Chris Cuomo, not only did he go after Stevens, but he also went after Cuomo for the
Yes,
questions.
he did. Yes, he did.
And people see that and they say, how is he ever going to be president? Because he's going to be criticized 10 times as much. He's going to be tweeting all day from the White House. I understand that people like the fact that he's candid and that he's authentic, but he has to grow up.
Morgan, we've only got about 10 seconds. Just quickly, will Donald Trump be undone by his immaturity?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Okay, well, see.
And Wagner.
Nothing
Those
but
are very
agreement
mature
on this
answers.
show tonight. We're all Democrats and Republicans together. Be sure to check out Steve Malzberg's one-on-one sit-down with Dr. Ben Carson tonight at 7, where they'll discuss his latest surge in the polls and if he can beat Donald Trump. That's tonight at 7 p.m. only on Newsmax TV. And we always want to know what you think. Carson and Trump locked in a battle to lead the GOP, but are either of them your candidate? Tell us your opinion by voting in our online poll. You can do it right now at newsmaxpolls.com. Coming up next, it's that time. We're going to read some of your viewer comments. Make sure you stay with us.
They're very interesting.